Aloha, Dr. Heather Tucker here, and thanks for clicking on this video. I wanted to share with you some powerful secrets that I had shared in a amazing interview with a group of women entrepreneurs last week. And it was so transformational and so powerful that I knew that my community and those who are connected to me needed to hear this message too. So May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And a lot of times we know that our mind has this amazing potential. It can sometimes feel like it's working for us or it's working against us, or even there might be difficulties with the mindset of other people around us. And I want to share with you these 7 secrets. This is just a little snippet of what we cover in the Communication Mind Mastery NLP Practitioner Certification Training that's coming up next month. Actually, I have a few spots available. So if you resonate with this message, then definitely check that out and let's have a call and talk and see if it's a good fit for you. Not only is it about reclaiming the power of our mind, body, and soul, but also showing other people how to do the same. Okay, so let me get into this. All right, because this is just something that's so good and I can't wait to share it with you. So I want you to write down, so there's 7 secrets and they spell out the word mindset, MINDSET. So if you have a piece of paper, make sure you get that piece of paper and write this down. So the M stands for mindset matters. You know, how we think about things, what we think and what we feel is what we do, right? And our mind is actually made of mental and emotional wellness, okay? And 90% of our mind is actually unconscious. Our unconscious mind keeps a track of everything that we've seen, heard, felt, experienced in our entire life and even beyond. And only 10% of it is conscious. So a lot of times there's this big disconnect between our conscious mind, that is the goal setter. We set a goal, we set an intention, but it's our unconscious mind that is really the goal getter in making that achievement possible. And it's funny because there's such a disconnect there. And sometimes we can have these conflicts. Like, you ever said, part of me feels this way, part of me feels another way, or my heart feels this way, my mind feels this way, my gut feels this way, I'm so confused. A lot of times it can be these different conflicts. It also houses our limiting beliefs, right? The beliefs about ourselves. Am I good enough? Who am I to do this? Can I really charge this much? Will people actually pay me for my services, right? Like, all of these little mind monkeys limit us from being totally successful. Even how we think about time and how we think about money. Think about, what are some of the things that you think about money? Maybe there's not enough, or, everybody else can have abundance, but not me. Or even time. There's never enough time in the day. When we change the way that we look at things, the things that we look at change. Not only that, when we actually reclaim the power of our mind, we can also meet people better where they are and understand what's going on with them. A lot of times I hear from several entrepreneurs, okay, I created these templates. I created all these things for people to actually take action and do. But when they find that there's a disconnect between their client's ability to actually fill out these templates, or they're stuck, you may find that some people maybe come to you for one thing, and then you see that there's other things that's going on in even different areas of their life that is preventing them from total success in what they came to you for. So understanding how the mind works, understanding how your unique and beautiful mind works, and really being able to appreciate how other people's mindsets work and see deeper is so amazing, because you can communicate with people who may not know how to communicate. You can be able to see a deeper level and have a bigger awareness of what's going on. You can be in the less thinking, because a lot of us, we overthink, and more trusting. Right? So it's that natural intuition, that flow. Okay. So M, mindset matters. The I stands for imposter syndrome prevents success. Imposter syndrome prevents success. Now, what is imposter syndrome? Usually imposter syndrome has to do when there's a conflict of how the world sees us and what we put out in the world versus how we feel inside. I remember one of my colleagues years ago had said, Heather, there's 3 different versions of you. There's who you are, there's who you think you are, and there's who other people think you are. Well, if those are so different, so divided, I remember at that time, wow, this is like 10, 15 years ago, who I was and who I thought I was not the same person. So I could barely even care about who other people thought I was, because I realized I had to get that right. I don't know if this makes sense, but if there's a conflict about, for example, how can I support entrepreneurs in business if my business isn't doing well? Or how can I support people in relationships if my relationships aren't doing well, right? You see these conflicts that I usually hear about, and it's quite common. You're not alone, and it's possible to be able to resolve that. See, we can be the work in progress and the masterpiece at the same time. We don't have to have a great past to have a great future. We can recreate and restore ourselves each and every day. So the cool thing is when we take the pressure off of our mind, when we heal the past, even in our mind, body and soul, and we can be able to live more in the present, have a bigger vision for the future, it actually eliminates imposter syndrome, and it creates authenticity, like showing up just as who you are. I used to say this acronym that was really cool. It was like, what you see is what you get and more. Wizzy Wiggum. So cool. So cool. Okay. All right. So let me get to number 3. Third secret. N stands for never stop rising. Never stop rising. There may be people around you that you may not feel supported. You may not feel valued, loved, appreciated, or you may want other people to root for you, right? Or, it can be so many different variations of this. But sometimes we can get taken down about other people's perceptions of us, other people's judgments, other people's opinions. And I want to tell you that the only opinions that really matter are God's opinion, whoever you believe that is, and that connection, and your opinion of yourself. And when there's a congruency and a solidification there, other people's opinions may not necessarily matter. All you can do is the best that you can. And it's amazing and powerful to raise your energy and raise your vibration. You literally become unstoppable. When there's a healed heart and a renewed mind, and it's working on one accord, it's just amazing of the things that you can achieve. All right. So I know that those are powerful in itself, but it's not over. Okay, so D stands for distractions. Distractions destroy achievement and actually creates overwhelm. A lot of times there's this overwhelm of, oh my gosh, I got so many things to do. What am I going to do? How am I going to do it? Blah, 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 right? We can be distracted by the things that happen even in the world or even with other people, places, situations. And it can cause us to lose focus and lose sight. And so what I'm here to tell you is that, distractions can be either external forces or even internal voices too. And we may think that we have to do all of these things. That creates even more overwhelm. There's a power in simplicity. There's a power in controlling the squirrels. And S stands for shifting your focus, staying focused. Understand that there's things that we can control and there's things that we can't control. And, we can focus on the things that we can and let go of the things that we can't. Because S also stands for sharing your soul with the world. If you don't share your message, if you don't put yourself out there, we become the world's best kept secret. And the reality is that there's so many people waiting on you to show up. If not now, then when? And if not you, then who? I understand that sometimes there can be this fear, there can be this uncertainty, there can be this resistance of moving forward and stepping into all that you are. And you can continue to hear the call for your life or continue to endure the pain of fighting against it, right? So step into your calling or fully, not like, because when we have this shaky, I want to do it, it's like this wobbly progress. But the goal is to just, be like Nike and just do it and have that evolution. And you don't want to go to battle alone. You want to make sure that you have support. That's what we're here for. We got your back. Okay. E E stands for emotional intelligence is your superpower. This is so crucial. You know, a lot of times people may not understand their emotions. I know for me, I didn't understand my emotions a long time ago. And I used to think that my emotions were working against me. But the reality is, wow, when I understand them, when I listen and I own and I honor them, and I recognize, wow, this is amazing. These are telling me something. It's beautiful how the world just opens up. Again, it goes to that point where there's all these things that are happening. We can't control what's happening, but our greatest power is in our response. And emotional intelligence has so many benefits of restoring businesses, lives, relationships, health, etc. It's definitely something to be able to dive better into. And T, lastly, T. T stands for it's time to unleash your greatness and shine. Okay, time to shine. Now is your time to shine. Because as you can see with everything that's happening in the world needs us now more than ever. And if we don't show up, how many people are being disserviced by other people who might not be able to support them as good as you can? So when we, big picture, when we change the way that we look at things, the things that we look at change. So if you resonated with this message, and I hope that you did, I want you to definitely go back to the email and look at, even I think the link will be below in this chat, our communication mind mastery training. We only have 6 spots left as of this morning. And this is the last training of 2022. So definitely, you know, if you want to be able to reclaim the power of your mind and also show other people how to do the same, then this is for you, because our mind is our emotional GPS and it's our central processing unit of our whole body. So how it goes, it can be empowered for success. And then you'll just watch the abundance and prosperity come, and also the calm and the ease and grace that we all desire and deserve will just be there. So thanks so much for listening to this message. I look forward to hearing from you. Let's have a chat to be able to talk about it, and I'll see you soon.